Good morning and welcome to our next editorial. Now in today's video we're going to be talking all about the world of open composition. So before we start, we've got a lot to talk about. First of all, I apologise for not uploading any videos in the last couple of weeks. Mainly because I've been really ill and I've just been really horrible, so I just sort of took a little bit of a break to get myself back on track, and I'm finally okay. So that's why we've got this video, and the next videos will be filmed very soon and the schedule will be back on track. So just a small blip, but all is well. Now the next tea to spill is all about my god, well, if it's an ambulance, I hope they're alright. If it's a police car, for Christ's sake. But anyway, the siren is now gone, so the next tea to spill is the masterclass. Now, oh, I'm so excited. The last video we did, I briefly mentioned it and was saying it's something that's upcoming, but now we have 2 dates. The masterclasses, what they really are, is a workshop that helps teach beginners the basics of design, basically. And the first set of workshops will be primarily Adobe based because they are the top recommended ones. We always get told, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you use Illustrator? How do you use Photoshop? What does this mean? So we're focusing on Adobe for the first 3 or 4. And then after that, we're going to branch out, do a little bit of illustration, a little bit of abstract, a little bit of some of the topics we've covered in the editorial. So they will come in handy. And yeah, we're really buzzing. We're really excited. So first one is going to be on the 14th of March. So whenever you're watching this video, it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks? It's about three and a half weeks. And we announced it quite early just so we could get some hype, because not many people know about MasterClass yet. So we want to get as many people educated as possible. And the tickets are online now. I'm going to put the descriptions in the description. Messed it up a bit there. Going to put the links in the description and a little bit more about what Masterclass is and a link to the webpage which explains everything about Masterclass. So the tickets themselves are £5. I forgot to mention that. So they're really affordable. Some Adobe classes can be in stupid money. Hence why I've taught myself all the time. I do not want to spend that money. So, you know, they're really accessible. And yeah, and the first one will be done by myself. So I'll be teaching Photoshop. And then after that, we're going to be inviting guest people in to do the workshops. So we want to kind of get different designers' takes, different views from different people in the field. We want to get sort of a community going, really. We want to get as many people as possible to be involved in Masterclass. So if you are a designer watching this and you want to facilitate a workshop, drop us a message. I'll put our email down below as well and our contact page. And yeah, feel free to come to us, and yeah, we'll start something great. Oh my god, dying. So let's get on to the beef of today's video, which is the open composition. So if you've read our editorial already or you haven't read it, that's fine. But basically, what is open composition? So you might ask, what is open composition? Open composition is a common term used in photography and also in design as well, hence why we're talking about it. And it basically means things aren't stuck to a frame, so they are continuous, so they continue off the page. So you may see some adverts where the writing is going off the page and there's some shapes just here, there and everywhere, and they're not all viewed on the page, so they might be a bit cut off. That is open composition. Same in photography. So if you take a large shot and you focus on one person and then the background just sort of fades away and then it continues off the page, that's open composition as well. So there's different terms of it. In 2018 and definitely in 2019 as well, there's a big trend at the moment where designers are using this faculty. They're using this way of designing things, and it's quite exciting because it allows you to do whatever you want. A common theme of these editorials, that, like I've said in previous ones, is to break rules, to break boundaries. And this is no different. It's breaking away no frames. You don't have a stuck, you don't need to work in the parameters of A4. You don't need to work in the parameters of a square. You just design something, you put it there, and you know, you let things flow off the screen. It makes people wonder, so that's going to go there. And although you may look at things and you may not actually think those things, but your brain is automatically drawn to it because you're wanting to know where that ribbon went or where that word is going, and you'll spell it in your mind and you'll say it in your mind, and it engages people. And this is a really, really, really good reason why you should use open compositions. So I'm going to throw up some examples here and here, or wherever they appear on my head, like usual. And these are great examples of open composition. Open composition. And they're done by a really, really, really great designer. I follow him on Instagram. I followed him for a very long time. I think it's pronounced Baugasm. I'm not too sure. That could either be my mind or just anything. But I think it's Baugasm. And he's such a great designer. I followed him for a long time. He's inspired a lot of my work as well. And I think I've used his examples before in previous videos as well. And he is a great example of open composition. So, you know, as a designer, you have infinite control. You have no boundary at all. You can make your canvas infinite. Really, like it's that free. And you can do whatever you want. You can go and put this here, put that there, put that there, put that there, and the world is your oyster. You're not confined to a stuck, strict canvas. So open composition can be really, really good in web design. So websites can I think I'll put this example in as well. You could just scroll around as like it's a free image, like you just sort of scroll around horizontally, vertically, to side. You know, there's no, the web page usually has a structure like this. So, you know, it'll be just a long scrolling page. A lot of websites now are taking the initiative to break that. We don't need that. 2019. Hello. So, you know, we have an open plane where you can just scroll around and just the image moves, and there'll be a menu here and a menu there, and it will make sense. Like, don't get me wrong, it's free, but it's not messy either. There's still a method behind the madness. It doesn't just look like, you know, I'm just lazy, I'm going to shove that here, shove that there, shove that there. There is still a actual theme behind these things. And yeah, so you can achieve it really easily in web design. However, it is just as easy to achieve it in print design as well, with the previous examples of Baugasm. Other other posters are using it as well. Examples of open composition being used. So, for example, film posters, Disney posters that just, you know, showcase a bit of the film. They are technically open composition because they're not all stuck within the frame. There are elements spilling off the page. And this is open composition. You know, it's very commonly used. It's something that you don't, if you first hear of it, open composition, that sounds like quite a unique thing. It's actually very common in the design space and in all industries. So, for example, film posters, trailers, everything, you know, it's all technically open composition. But it's only really taking hold in design in the last, I'd say, 2 years. It's become really mainstream to just break the frames, break the boundaries, and just do what you want. That is the beauty of design. So why is open composition big now? Why is it surfacing now? Well, the main reason is people get bored really easily. So in my previous video, I said the exact same thing. People get bored. People get bored of scrolling. In this case, people get bored of the same design. You know, if I see a poster that looks the same, and then I see another poster that literally looks identical, just with different writing, I'm bored. I don't know about you, but I'm bored. They both look the same. So open composition allows people to change it up. Each poster can look completely different, but still showcase the same brand. It's really, really clever, and if done really well, you're on to a winner. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, I apologise that it's so late, but we are back on track. I am no longer bedridden, ill and dying, so we are back and we cannot wait to make the next video. So the next video will be talk about illustration and the evolution of the serif font. So we'll be back, and we'll like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.